If you would like to have a year worth of savings in the bank, this video is going to help you. Let's see what they've got to say, and I'll give my thoughts as we go.
At 7:14 on a Friday morning in Toledo, Ohio, before the coffee finishes dripping, a pharmacy technician opens her banking app and moves exactly $50. Not 55, not whatever's left, 50. She's done this every payday for 14 months. Same time, same amount, same silence. She has never mentioned it to anyone. And here's the part that should get your attention. This woman takes home $2,380 a month, which every piece of financial advice you've ever heard says is too little to save anything. And she is currently 3 full months of survival ahead of her own life, on her way to a year. $50. There is a rule hiding inside that number, a specific, teachable 3-move rule, and by the end of this video, you'll have all of it. But I'm going to make you sit with the mystery for a few minutes first, because the reason this rule works has almost nothing to do with math, and if I hand it to you before you understand that, you'll do what most people do with good advice: nod, agree, and never start. My name is William, and the part that should genuinely bother you is this. Almost every piece of savings advice in existence was written for people with leftovers. Save 20% of your income. 20% of what exactly? When the rent, the car, the insurance, and the groceries have already spoken, 20% of nothing is a number, and the number is 0. The advice industry keeps handing out percentage plans to people whose problem was never the percentage, and then acts surprised when they quit. Percentages are for people with leftovers. What I'm going to show you is for everyone else. So before any mechanics, the feeling, because the feeling is not your fault. If you've ever opened a savings calculator, typed in your real numbers, seen "you will reach your goal in 11 years" and quietly closed the tab, that wasn't weakness. That was a sane response to advice that wasn't built for your paycheck.
All right, before we continue with what he's got to say and get into it in more detail, one of the things I'll say first and foremost is I don't necessarily agree with the fact that percentages, saying, okay, cool, save this amount of percent on your income or whatever, is necessarily a problem. It can actually be good. And the reason, there's pros and cons with anything, I'll just put it like that. The reason why a percentage is good and why you see percentages and stuff like that as well in the Bible sometimes is because a percentage can vary from person to person. And that's a very good thing. Because someone, for example, like in this video, who's making about $2,000, 10% is $200. Someone who's making 20 grand, 10% is 2,000. So it's easy for you to come to the same sort of numbering system with percentages, and it can multiply as time goes on.